Well then, my fellow scout troopers, I am Micka from Scouts of Entertainment here. Glad to have you here with me today on NTW3 4v4 Battle Replay today. That replay is posted on the NTW3 Discord by Lischang, who also tagged me in the repost, so thank you Lischang for doing that. His allies today are Filipe, Gorde and Uzo70. On the other team we have AntonionHandsome, Cosak, Bullero and To Be Advised, which is a strange name because it suggests his name is still incoming. I don't know what it's going to be just yet. So, map today is Italy 4A, and as you can see we've got a curious deployment here of points. We've got 2 pointed to the north, to either side actually for both teams. I didn't see a deployment zone on either side here for the blue team. I saw 2 deployment zones for the red team in the northwest and northeast corners. I saw a deployment zone for the blue team in the southeast corner. I didn't see one for the northwest. Already we've got some troops at pretty much all the points with the exception of the 2-pointer. That's because Osmali here has the ability to deploy outside the deployment zone for his guerrilla forces. On Lischang's team we have Denmark. Lischang is commanding France España, I believe, 1811. That is his ally, I believe, his other ally. And another Denmark army. And we have Osmali, as I said before, who's actually gone a large infantry force here. This is a bit unusual. I don't see Osmali have such a large infantry force. Usually players bring more cav than anything else. Osmali and Mamluk are pretty much the cavalry-based factions in NTW3. Kind of reminds you of Rohan and Lord of the Rings, mostly being horse-based. Their opponents today, their factions, are Mamluk, it would seem. Looks like we've got Russia here, one of the Russian factions anyway. So Osmali won't be able to go toe-to-toe with Mamluk, as he normally could, because he did not bring that much cav, it would seem. And also, what's a little bit funny, do we have 2? Looks like we have 2 Osmali players on different teams. I'm only saying that because Mamluk isn't attacking him, so that suggests that this is actually a general unit. Looks like it, doesn't it? So yeah, we got Russia, we've got Mamluk. Not too sure where else. This map here mostly is open plain, great for cavalry warfare, hence why we're seeing, I suppose, some cavalry-based factions today. Italy 4A, definitely have to give that map a try. I like it. Now, we got Denmark and France here running down the road here pretty fast. It's only taken a short amount of time, and they've already covered a lot of ground. That's the beauty of travelling on roads. It takes a little bit of time to get your troops deployed up in a way that enables you to just march down the road all together. Remember, you've got to do this selecting one unit at a time and clicking where you want them to go. When you click a unit and you want them to travel up the road in column formation, when you click it, don't deploy it. Like, don't right click and drag them across, like drag the formation you want, because they're going to get themselves out of column formation and into that formation which they're going to stop at up here, if that makes sense. For those of you who play, you'll know what I mean. So already the red team is controlling, it would seem, 5 of the 7 points available today. I don't expect that to remain the same. Osmali here is just sort of hunkering down inside the building. He's going to try and hold out for as long as he can until reinforcements arrive. They're not that far away, but the cavalry is a little ways off, which is probably a little bit of a concern. Now, this Osmali player does have a lot of cav. So the blue team have opted to take advantage of the wide open space. Well, I just hope the red team brought a lot of units that have the squareable ability to counter all this cav, or they're going to be in trouble. The best way to counter that, obviously, is to stick close to buildings, vegetation, forming our perimeter, both rear and flank guards, just so they can't surprise you when you're microing elsewhere and you get, I suppose, the curse of tunnel vision, and then you don't realise you're being attacked until it's too late. It happens so easily to even the most experienced players at times. I'm not saying myself, because I'm not, I wouldn't class myself as the most experienced at all. But I do suffer from the tunnel vision curse. And I know many of you do as well. So just be wary of it. It's a real bitch. A certain player likes to snipe out artillery and generals, so tunnel vision can easily lead to your defeat. You cannot lose your general. I cannot stress that enough. Do not lose your general in NTW3. He is way too important. And your army, you'd be surprised how quickly your army will crumble without him. Now, France has some light fast cav out front. They're taking their time though. They're being very cautious as they move up the road here. Well, we've got Denmark skirmishes. French cav is, I suppose you could say, it's protecting them. Definitely a good idea, but I don't know why they're stopping. They need to move forward to secure that three-pointer to basically secure their victory. Whoever controls this three-pointer here controls the game. If they get their forces down the road here and cover this area and set up their perimeters here all along the area, then they don't need to move any further than that. Their enemy can come to them. In fact, there's no real reason for Denmark and Osmali over here to really stay here. Like, they don't need to go toe-to-toe against Marmaling. They can fall back, take up positions along the road, all the way over here to this building, connect to the area. And it becomes almost impossible for Marmaling to assault him with their cavalry, or Osmali with their cavalry. It's easier for the blue team to defend this area. This area here is a little harder to defend, but this is probably where they need their cav. I mean, they can defend this area over there where they are now in the city with just infantry. Over here is where they need their cavalry to defend the three-pointer. So we have 8 experienced players today, all veterans, so you know they know what they're doing. I won't even begin to tell them, but this is what I'm thinking when I'm looking at it right now, in terms of the strategy I would employ. Well, looks like he got chased off. It's just a lightning fast cav. Doesn't have the best morale. Oh, hang on. Looks like we got another fight going on. Looks like Marmalik's just sort of crossing blades with Osmali. Oh, these guys here look mid. Oh no, they are elite. I was gonna say they look mid-tier. I wouldn't have thought they were elite because the soldiers. Oh, okay. It looked like they were wearing cloth before, but they are wearing chainmail and they have shields. Don't really see that for cavalry in NTW3. One of the few units that run with shields. Not sure Marmalik was thinking, taking this with his light cavalry. He wasn't going to get far with that. Marmalik's just keeping an eye on him. Those are just scouts. So they've got Marmalik skirmishers approaching the hut or the village. Well, Marmalik does have decent rifles. These guys at the side are going to die first. Well, if these aren't skirmishers, they'll just hover outside their range. But I think they are skirmishers. I don't see any bayonets on their rifles. That tends to be a pretty clear sign that their unit's a skirmisher. But it says line infantry. I wouldn't imagine they're great in melee combat. We got some Osmali guerrilla unit here, trying to actually capture the red team's two-pointer. He tried to be very sneaky. But Denmark left a unit inside that can easily handle these guys. He had to have deployed guerrilla style in order to get back there so fast. Hasn't been that long. This is a 60-minute game, so 60 minutes to find a winner or win by lock. The blue team is taking their time, aren't they? What are they afraid of? Like, I thought they would have easily got to this one pointer by now. Most of the forces deployed just down there, beyond the 2-pointer. They're being very, very cautious. It's really bought France a lot of time here to move up and establish an effective defense here and hold this 1-pointer. Holding this area is probably pivotal to the battle because it connects the land bridge to the 3-pointer to the west. Alright, we've got a cav engagement here. We've got Denmark charging into Osmali. I'm not sure what Osmali was thinking. He couldn't win that one. Especially not with rifle cav. I'm taking up firing positions. So light cavalry just winning that small fight. Okay, Mama's gonna go in. Now, do these guys here, they... I don't know. They got missile cav. They got a lot of missile cav. Okay, so that's what they're doing. Wow, well, this Osmani player, their enemy, brought a lot of infantry as well. Very interesting. Now we've got some fire there from the trees. They're invisible. I can't see them. Shooting from the shadows. Okay, the French voltigeurs. They're moving up. But they're not firing just yet. Osmani here is closing the gap. French skirmishers, I'd be surprised if they didn't win. This appears to be just regular Osmani line infantry. But it scared him off. Lost about 5 men there. A lot of forces building up here. I keep wondering if we're going to see any other blue team forces come through the trees there. We saw some skirmishes earlier, invisible, firing. But Osmani can't win this fight. He can't go toe-to-toe with France and expect to win. France is a superior faction when it comes to line battles. Easy. Now, it could be that the blue team's strategy is to amass their cav on their right flank, put a lot of pressure, move up their infantry, put a lot of pressure here on all the red team's front line, France, Denmark, take your pick, and then just try to overwhelm their cav, the red team's cavalry here, and then move in from the flank and the rear and just harass them as they advance with their main force over here. It's a risky strategy. Looks like I've got England. It looks like it's England. I said Russia before. Yeah, that's England. Now, pretty much all the English units here can form square. So they're one of the best anti-cav factions ever. You don't need to fear them. Unless you have cavalry, of course. These guys here haven't lost a single soldier since we last left them. Let's have a look. Osmani here really trying to cancel out the advantage of the skirmishers' range. They got range, they got accuracy, but if the infantry can get close enough to them, they'll drop very fast. And the morale's not too great under any pressure. Okay, Denmark here. Denmark, his morale's not going very well at all. It's like they're playing whack-a-mole. The English and the Osmanli forces are the hammer. The Denmark forces here are the little ferrets bobbing their heads up and down.
Our general is under attack.
Yeah, it's just like the artillery strike probably. Oh, cat fight. This is brave, a little foolish, but it seems to have worked out okay here for Denmark. I'm surprised he charged in. English player was obviously elsewhere, he didn't see him coming. Oh, I mean, charge into the rear. I mean, if they're going to form square, charge into them. Once you charge into them, they can't form square. Remember that. If you can get in there, you're good. At least until reinforcements shoot you or Cav side charges you, then you're not so good. If you can get into the ranks, as I said, they can't form a square. Another thing I am noticing is that every player of the blue team, well, and the red team, I don't think Marco's going to be much that difficult for anybody just yet. I say that because, you know, each player seems to be in their own individual section of the field. So I am surprised that Denmark got the drop there on England. All these forces here are pretty much in the one area that I can see. So I'm surprised Denmark got the drop on him there. Looks like I've got some howitzers. Oh, okay. A lot of units, a lot of factions hate the howitzers. It's not so much the fire that concerns you, because it doesn't really get that many kills, but they wreak havoc on morale. Careful, careful France, don't do it. Don't do it, don't do it. You're gonna kill your own men. Whoa, did he kill him? I think he just nicked his shoulder, I don't think he killed him. Damn. France has got to set that up a bit better. Yeah, see, Denmark's artillery makes it impossible for France to move to the left. I'm sure France wants to do that. Yeah, okay, that time they took out a small chunk of their forces. France has got to move his artillery. He can't leave it there. He's going to move the artillery or move the infantry. One of the two. Okay. That makes more sense. Very nice. Oh, yeah, it went blind. Wow, Denmark really has England on the ropes. The combination of the fire from Denmark and the artillery from France just doesn't seem to be working very well for England at all. I mean, it looks like he's lost about 30% of his force here, of this unit. But it's enough to send them packing. I think the artillery from Denmark and France is having something to do with it. Denmark has 2 artillery pieces, I only just saw this one. It's a 3-pounder though. Looking at the angle. Yeah, okay, good. Shifting a little bit to the right. Yeah, very good. Nice shot. Took out a few heads there. France, for the most part, looking pretty healthy. But there's Mali units here looking a little bit thinned. Not as thick as they once were. But a small victory, it seems, opening for Osmali there. France's left flank suffering greatly. Reinforcements coming in to replace them. I don't often see this, you know. Players deploying their infantry directly in front of their artillery. I know he's trying to shoot in the side there, or shoot around them. But France here does have the superior units. I kind of wonder why he's not sort of putting more pressure on the Osmali, like he's not moving up his forces to get in their faces to push Osmali back further, opening up the gap, making it easier for the French artillery to shoot at England with reducing the risk of friendly fire, you know, taking out his own troops. Oh, Marmalade here just hovering around the outskirts, playing mind games, I reckon, with the red team forces. Yeah, you can see sort of Marmalade's stretching them out, almost, you know, pulling Denmark players further away from each other, forcing them to increase the length of their perimeter. See, Marmalade's charging with their cav. Oh, hang on. They could have killed the general, maybe. Potentially. Okay, Malik pulled out the bigger unit and sent in a small stealth strike force. And they took him out. Philip just lost his general. I guess the infantry was close by, and I guess Malik didn't want to risk losing any horses if he could avoid it from this unit. He places more value in this unit than he does the other one. The other one is small, so it's a good idea, to be fair. Now, England and Osmali, none of the blue team factions are going after the house, it would seem. Okay, a second blue team general has just fallen, Uzo 70. Okay, that was from an artillery strike. Nothing you can do about that. That's just unfortunate. These guys here are shooting directly over the heads of their own skirmishers. Alright. These guys here, they've lost a few members of their crew. Denmark's artillery's got to keep up the fire though. France is also firing on these guys. It's a fairly decent line battle. Alright, they've had enough. France, it seems, is holding back a little bit. And he doesn't want to commit his infantry just yet. He's been firing a little bit, and Osmali's been paying the price. Blue team's placing more reliance on the infantry more than anything else. Red team's placing more reliance on their artillery to push the enemy back. This unit here could potentially move forward and arc themselves around to shoot from this direction into the French forces. But England moving up 3 units here. That is a kill box right there. And I say it's a kill box because you've got about 8 cannons. And I can't count. 7 cannons firing on that one area now, probably. They said all the English forces move up. and they're probably redirecting all artillery fire on that position. So I can't imagine these guys will last too long if they don't fall back soon. You can't win from approaching the fight in this direction. I've learned that the hard way myself. They need to take out that artillery in order to advance further. They try to advance again like that, they're going to take heavy casualties and basically die and be defeated through attrition, just slowly losing their forces to their artillery. Now, the hero of the blue team has to be Marmalik. He has the cav to get in amongst the artillery of the enemy. He's got to thread the needle somehow. He's got to get his units in there to sort of engage the enemy cav, engage the enemy infantry, punch a hole through the gap. Sorry, punch a gap through the enemy infantry and cavalry in order to get at that artillery. The priority here of the blue team has to be taking out that artillery. Easier said than done, of course. I mean, Denmark has the area really well defended. If there's no cav though, you'd have to think a fast unit should be able to get through that gap and into the Denmark artillery. I know they've got infantry either around, but if the morale of the unit is, okay, moderate to decent, they should be able to run through that gap and get into the artillery, take out enough of the crew member potentially before they break. It's a flip of the coin, but sometimes you need to take the risk. England should be doing his best to avoid the artillery, and the way to avoid it is to shift most of his forces here, if he can, to his right. Like move them in front of the Denmark infantry. Keep the artillery in front of the Denmark infantry, if you can. Take it out of the equation. I mean, Osmali is protected mostly there from the French artillery, not so much the Denmark artillery. Actually, I take that back. He is protected, mostly. The only unit that could fire on the Ismaili forces is this one here. The other two have friendly forces in their way. So England needs to be taking these 5 units here and putting them on Osmali's left flank. I reckon. Yeah, that way he's using the infantry and buildings as cover. Now, this is brave. This is a little misguided as well. I'm doing alright. Actually. I thought Osmani would take heavy casualties there and break. Trying to use the buildings as cover, it would seem. He's bringing up fresh units as well. Got Osmani here merging their forces a little bit with their other unit. This player's trying to straighten them up a little bit better. What is he doing? They're gonna die. Amazing. They got into their ranks. I thought for sure they were going to get shot to death. Oh, they've all taken out their swords. Melee, if they have swords in melee, they're very, very good. You see them do very well. They're just ripping into the French guts with those things. It's a strange formation. A little bit of a victory there for Osmali. They definitely have moved closer to the artillery.
Now they must break.
Maybe the howitzer they just took out the general. Bullero lost his general. And so Osmali's general too. And like a boxer has been recalled from a huge smack to the head. Osmali is in a bit of strife. Fortunately, he's not under a lot of pressure right now. Marmik's challenging Osmali's control of the building. Denmark sending in some units. Not grenadiers, just line infantry. With some French cavalry, some chasseurs moving around. Marmik's saying, get lost. I'm not coming around here.
Are running, sir.
Once again, try and go and take the building. Got their swords. Everyone has their own swords. Alright, they've been sent packing. Their shirtlessness is not enough to intimidate the enemy.
Building has fallen to the enemy.
Really? Which one? They've lost. The red team has just lost their 2-pointer. Mumblik strike force has taken it from them. As it stands now, they are in the lead, just 5-4 potentially. Hopefully Denmark stuck that unit with a decent one, like some grenadiers. You see that perimeter? That's what we talked about. Needing a wide perimeter there to defend against all that cavalry. And they're sticking to the vegetation as well. But they got a lack of forces down there. They got one Denmark unit to hold that building. It's not like they can afford to lose it. But if the second Denmark player sends his forces back towards that town there, that's going to open up a gap there for Marmik cavalry, and this player will need to contract his perimeter closer to the road. England's moving in closer. Osmali's moved back. And he must be very worried about his army now that his general's gone, if he's doing that. And so Osmali's protecting the road to the 3-pointer. I don't know if Osmali's going to come around, move down the road to try to outflank the English or not. I guess we'll find out soon enough. One Denmark unit to rule all the English. What's he doing? His enemy's behind the building. No, he's moving back. They broke on their own. Well, Malik set up our perimeter here around the red team's 1 pointer. We've got a couple of units. He's got 4 infantry units there. Doesn't mean it's enough to take that building. I think Denmark's sending some reinforcements back. He is. He's sending 4 units back. Make that 6, including the 2 Osmali ones there. Maybe even 7. Where's this artillery at? Okay, these are howitzers. I'm trying to kill enemy cavalry. Okay, fair enough. Okay, we've got a large battle underway here. Mamluk's charged in with a lot of their cavalry. Doesn't appear to be enough to break the Denmark and Osmali infantry. Cavalry there though bit it. Mamluk's escaped with most of his cav though. We've got enemy Osmali units here as well. It's going to be confusing for both teams. Ooh, one guy just flew by me there. Must have been an artillery strike. It's like the great push. Oh, Osmali's general here. Could he lose it? Here comes Malik. He's not getting away. He's gone. Or his general unit's dead. I think you saw his general die a long time ago. That was, I think that was what was left of him. Osmali's in their back ranks. They're going after the artillery. We've got a French cavalry unit maybe trying to head them off. 2 units, in fact. Hang on, where are these guys going? Yeah, French forces charging in, trying to stop them.
Our men are running.
French forces here being overwhelmed. Denmark has some cav nearby. Yep, they are charging them in. They're doing everything they can to save that artillery. The question is, will it be enough? It's looking good. Denmark saved the day. And now it's pursue and destroy time. So France are very lucky to keep their howitzers. We got a crap ton of camels, I think. Yep. Tonight we feast on camels. There'll be a few bodies to spare when this is over. Oh, they really went the long way around, didn't they? He's got a lot of cav, he's got a lot of infantry still in play. Mali can't really form them. I don't know if he has many squareable units. He's got a couple, actually. Actually, yeah. 5 of the 7 frontline units here are squareables. These 3 here are squareable. They can handle marbling. But they have to be slow about it, unfortunately. You know, they can't just go straight in. They've got to move up with their finger or their cursor hovering over that squareable button as the units move up. One of the Osmali bridge guards here broke. The other one, oh, he reformed. Their enemy might try and charge him with cavalry. Here they come. He's got to turn around and get up into a firing position. Better hurry up. His window's closing. All right, too late. Cavalry's got him. He's defeated, and they're sort of the bridge guards, and now the way is clear to the 3-pointer. Almost clear. Osmani has 2 units here that could be a real thorn in their sides. He's got to move these guys up towards the river bend. He can cover them as they try to cross the bridge. Yep, he's doing it now. He knows what he's doing. The left flank, though, seems to have collapsed a little bit. They've pulled a lot of forces back. They seem intent on trying to wipe out Marmalade. They formed square? Yep, they did. French cat moving in. French and Denmark cavalry. Marmalik's pulling out. The infantry looks to be succumbing. The Denmark cavalry, French forces. Yeah, they're going after him. He's got him on the run. Malik is out of here. They have a couple of skirmishes, but they won't be able to do too much. In fact, the French and Denmark cavalry should probably charge into him, wipe him out. I'm surprised Malik is sending up another camel unit. Denmark and Osmali and France have the units here to easily repel him. He's not going to win here. Not with what he's got. He needs his allies. He needs more reinforcements. 16 minutes left on the clock. Points stand in favour of the red team by 1, roughly. Bit of a tough fight here for Osmali and Denmark. Might be enough. These units are huge, so I wonder if they're foot guards. If they are, then Osmani and Denmark here are in a bit of trouble. These guys are very hard to kill. And they've got plenty of blood to spare. I saw a few of them fall. That's somebody's general. A lot of cavalry there from Denmark moving around. Don't know what the target is. Oh, there was a French general maybe. Gorde. Okay, we've got an English unit now inside the house. Got a combination of Desmond and Osmali forces defending the building. England's struggling though to take it. Okay, we've got 3 enemy units inbound with the 3-pointer. Bit of pressure now. We've got 1 Denmark unit, 1 Osmali unit holding the buildings. Seems to be a bit of Denmark-Osmali combo going on around here. It's like they think it's a winning combination to hold a building after they've captured it. Okay, got a Denmark counter-strike. Being shot at quite a bit. They're confident. They're still in play. The other forces here can't seem to take the heat. They're bugged out. "13 minutes, 37 seconds. Well, you gotta admit that the red team played this right. They stuck to most of the buildings and vegetation. They didn't really try and fight in the open plains. They formed a perimeter in the open plain, perfect perimeter, making it impossible for Mamluk to assault it. Mamluk and Osmali really had to commit their cavalry forces to those specific strikes they did throughout the battle in order to stand any chance of success. And they did have some success, but there was enough reinforcements further down, like the more that Osmali and Mamluk pushed through, eventually they would hit a wall of enemy troops that would just either crush, repel, and yeah, it just wasn't enough for them to achieve dominance on the field. And it looks like Mamluk's running out. You got to commend England's bravery to fight like this, given how Denmark and France could easily surround him from easily outflank him. He's just got to form his lines, turn to face England, get those units on the flanks to move around, and then encroach on his position and just wipe him out, soldier by soldier. I don't know why Denmark's sending so many forces back here. I mean, they've got enough troops down here to do the job. I think they're about to retake the building if they haven't already. They're going to retake that 2-pointer. Denmark even might be able to win alone with this cavalry unit. Looks like we're going to find out because Mamluk's going in. He's charging in. But we've got reinforcements coming in on Mamluk's flank. So he's got to win a quick victory here to stand a chance of winning this fight. Oh, they broke each other. The camels broke before even engaging. Yeah, see, this is overkill here. I mean, Denmark should be bringing back his forces to face off against England. It's extraordinary. French artillery is untouched. It looks like Denmark's has been taken off the field. This isn't the general unit, but they are trying to charge the cavalry anyway. Run, boys, run! England's moving back up. Looks like this unit that broke before has reformed. He's trying to take on Osmali and Denmark once again. Over here, Denmark and Osmali on the red team has had a lot of success defending this house so far. Denmark's also bringing up 2 fresh units, or 2 additional units. I don't know how fresh they are. No, they are fresh. It's just small. We've got 1 unit. Denmark has 3 units outside the building to defend it. We saw those 3 Osmali units before. They're just arriving now. I don't know if this is the Marmaduke General or not. It kind of looks like it, doesn't it? I'm going to take a few casualties. The Osmani army is, looks like they were retreating before, but they saw the French go after their building. France is going after the 2-pointer, so the red team is going after all points here on the field today. They're not just looking for a crushing defeat of their enemy, they want to win a lock as well. They got time to do both. Yeah, I don't see Osmani getting to the road in time to shoot at the French and Denmark forces as they make their way up. I mean, speed is on the red team's side. They're the ones on the road here. Marmaduke's got one unit though, providing covering fire for the rest of them. I wonder if they left it guarded. We'll find out soon enough. The French skirmishers approaching. And right on cue as I was thinking it, the skirmishers are being redeployed to act as a guard. But then again, I thought these two units were going to go for the building. Well, the skirmishers tried to delay the enemy until these reserves here from Denmark rocked up. Because that'd be the way to approach this. But instead, France is throwing everything he's got. He's going after Osmani. French forces tripping over themselves a bit here. That's too far away. Not seeing any dead troops. Denmark stopped as well. Don't really get that at all. Either one goes into the building or the other ones come help them wipe out Osmani and then take the building. But yeah, sitting still doesn't help anyone. I guess he was just sort of talking with his ally, with Lischang. He's asking if he should help with him first or go after the building, and obviously they decided to go for the building. Those forces there will lose. We've got the French unit here a little bit shaky, but Osmani forces here are pretty much all shaky themselves.
Our men are running, sir.
A little bit of a shootout going on here. Why is Denmark in square formation? Oh, because we've got a Marmaduke cavalry unit right there. Bounce power shifting in favour of their enemy. Okay, those units there couldn't form square. And Marmaduke came to the rescue there for Osmani. The blue team Osmani.
This building has fallen to the enemy.
Not good. The bounce of power shifted slightly, and the red team is in the lead. They are in the lead. Holy smokes. 5 minutes to go, and they've taken the 3 and the 2s. And so they are up 7-8. I really couldn't count before. Jeez, there's 8 points on the field. I think I said 7 before. And right now the blue team controls all the houses, and the red team is now on the back foot for the first time ever in this fight. This battle definitely took a turn I did not expect. Tick tock, tick tock. They really want to shoot it out. And so they've captured that building. And so now it's 5-3 potentially. 5-3. That thing's going over here. Now the red team will be able to recapture their points before the time runs out. Jeez. They would have sent the red team into a panic. One minute they had total dominance, and next they were behind. In a big way. I don't know if they'll capture the 3. But right now it's 5-3. In favour of the red team. I don't see them getting over there in time to capture that building. It'll take too long to march over there. The best they can do is consolidate their positions where they are now and eliminate all enemy forces in the area. England has a unit over here now too.
Our men are running, sir.
3 minutes left. Maybe all hands on deck, you know, get the general involved. And this battle with the general on general fight. Or what's led to these general units, I don't know if the generals are still alive or not. It potentially could be 4-4. We could see a tie here if England can take this house. The way it sits right now. It all comes down to this. 1 minute 55 seconds. Denmark is scrambling to get to that building in time. England's in column formation and they're running. They are definitely running. They're sprinting for all it's worth. They want to get this building. They want the tie. They're not wasting any time. They're going in. Yeah, that was weird. It's like someone was croaking or something. Got a bunch of ships being shot at in the courtyard. Okay, one of the English units there broke. Doesn't look like the other one's fighting it. What is it? The ounce of power is just slightly in their favour. "40 seconds. This is it. It all comes down to this. It's all on this English unit right here. If they take it, it's a draw. Looks like they just broke there. It was a nice last-ditch effort, just not good enough. I think this game, guys, is a perfect example of never say die. Even though it looks like you will be defeated, you can still win based on luck. And almost win, the blue team did. They almost brought back victory from the jaws of defeat. And that's it. Time's up. 5-3, the final score. Congratulations to Lischang and his team there on their victory today. So we had 2 Mamluk armies after all. 1 Osmani, 1 England. On the other team, we had 2 Denmark armies, 1 Osmani, 1 French. The French Imperials. Oh no, España 1811, my bad. Okay, so Lischang there, 706. Philip, 1102. Nice job there for Osmani. Gorde, France, 807. And Uzo 70, 1045. AntonionHandsome, 801. Cosak, Egypt, struggled with 319, unfortunately. Bullero, 1198. And TBA, 310. Okay, kill counts here range from 184 all the way to 0. 3 units there getting over 100 kills. One was the howitzers, which is pretty impressive. And the artillery got 184, so obviously the French artillery there did very, very well. And also broke a bunch of troops there with the morale, not just kills, but also broke units as well. So artillery was very valuable there to the red team today. Well done on their victory. Unlucky there to the blue team. Very tight finish, guys. Almost brought it back there. I definitely think he made the red team shit their pants towards the end by pulling that out of your hat. That was very good. Thank you to Lischang for tagging me in the replay. If you want to see your own replay featured here on this channel, guys, you can send it to my email at scoutsomentertainment@gmail.com. You can post it to me directly on Discord. You can join my Discord server, be part of our community, and post it there. Or you can simply tag me in the replay you post on the NTW3 Discord as well. This is Micka from Scouts of Entertainment signing off. Goodbye, my fellow Scout Troopers. Catch you in the next Total War battle.